Yeah, so we're still missing something in here. There's still one more thing. Maybe our priest dude can help us out here.
Hello again, Father.
Bonjour, monsieur.
Nope. This is gonna talk about the windows again. Which
Catch you later.
Oh,
perhaps.
A scroll was a symbol of scholarship. I knew that much. A scholarly knight. That rang a bell. A very Spanish bell. I could see that what had at first seemed to be a fine engraved chasing on the scroll was actually writing. Per disciplinum meum lux videbis. Sounds pretty familiar to me. Per disciplinum. Hey, a knight. Let me see. 13.
Hmm. Um. So what else am I supposed to do here now? Since I was supposed to do something else here, I just don't know what it is. Hmm. Yeah. In the game's like matching my thought process. What now? I know. Why can't I go back to Spain yet to do this? Is there something else I'm supposed to do? Okay. Let me think for a second. Is there any way I can this? It feels like I'm supposed to ask what these verses to someone, but who? Yeah, just give me a hint, cause yeah,
I didn't have to.
yeah, I know. I tried to go to Spain and you wouldn't let me, game. Let me see, cause I tried to do it. It was like, yeah. See, you won't let me go there. I know that's where I need to go next. It just won't let me go there. So I guess that means it wants me to do something else. Uh, Police surgery. Oh, it's like it's telling me to go to Spain, and it's like I can't go there. It won't let me do it. Nothing here. Yeah, you know that doesn't work. You won't let me do it. The game's like, just go to Spain. I'm like, yeah, trust me, I'm trying. I know I'm supposed to go there next, but the game won't. You will not allow me to. Which just means I'm missing a particular thing here. Let's see something here. Let's Does examining this again mean I can go now? Nope. Looks like nothing. George won't even look at it.
A stone carrying all that. A stone. I wondered if.
Nope, George won't look at that. Um, he won't look at the guy anymore here either.
A scroll. Hello again, Father.
bonjour.
Do you speak Latin?
You asked this?
Okay.
Let me see.
Yeah. I know.
It was a...
Oh.
Oui.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen this?
No.
Hmm. 'Cause I know. 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 'Cause I I thought about using the shake, but I couldn't. I was in Ireland recently.
My sister brought back a shillelagh.
There's grease paint.
Oui, you are.
I have here a sewer key.
Ah, oui.
Catch you later.
Oh,
Okay, so let's do it. I showed him everything I can. I've done everything I can here. Even the game is telling me to go to Spain, and yet the game will not allow me to go to Spain. So, what's the deal? It's something I'm missing. There's something I haven't done. The game wants me to do. I don't know what it is though. Let's go to Nico's house. Yep, you want me to go to Nico's.
I solved another puzzle.
You did?
Well, I guess I did.
Well, what was it? What's the answer?
1314.
What does that mean?
It was the date when Jacques de Molay was burned, wasn't it?
Of course.
The answer was hidden in a stained glass window. When I looked through the lens, the picture changed. It became a man surrounded by flames.
It seems to me the answers to the Templar puzzles are as cryptic as the clues. Sometimes I wonder if the manuscript isn't an elaborate joke.
The Knights Templar weren't the kind of people to play jokes, were they? Look at the chalice now, Nico.
What happened? It's shiny.
The priest at Montfaucon buffed it up for me.
That's incredible.
Yeah, looks as good as new.
No. You found a use for a priest. That's incredible.
Oh shit. Okay, that's why the game won't let me go. It wanted me to talk to Nico first.
I'd better get back to the quest.
Now I can go to Spain? Nope. Not yet. Something else wants me to do. Let's see. So what else can I do?
Hello, George.
Let's take another... There's a woman, but the reflection... There's a...
Look.
There's a guy between...
Hmm.
Hey, Nico!
Not.
I'd better get back to the...
Just something else I'm supposed to do. The game still does not want me to leave yet. Let's check with Lebano. Maybe he might know something. It's so funny. The Hinsis is telling me to go to Spain. I want to go to Spain, and it won't let me go to Spain. So
Andre.
funny.
hello, Georgie. Where have you been? Nicole said you were away.
I just returned from Syria.
Syria? On the trail of the Templars?
It's a long story, but I found the bull's head. It was referred to on the manuscript, remember?
Yes. What is it?
A secret cave built into a high cliff face. In the cave, I discovered a map bearing a phrase in Latin.
Ah, it's
In
not
occidenta sita est in ora mundi.
The island of Britain.
Lies at the edge of the world to the west.
Strange. That map seems to contain a series of pointers.
Like I said, it's a treasure map.
interesting. Oh,
While I was in Syria, I discovered a strange pagan statue. It was like a head with 3 bearded faces. Horrible.
That sounds as if it could be Baphomet, the idol described by the Templars.
The poor Knights of Christ had an idol that looked like that?
Allegedly. The description of the idol came from the evidence extracted by the Inquisition. Mind you, not one statue or idol was ever found on Templar property. Until now, that is. Just last month, a statue of Baphomet was unearthed right here in Paris.
really?
Where?
At the Institut Hermetique de Naval. The statue is beneath the foundations. It was discovered by some workmen while renovating the building.
Can you tell me any more about the statue of Baphomet?
It's a fearful image, even now. A bearded head. The base of the statue is carved with Templar symbols. One of the workmen noticed a curious stain at the base. He claimed it looked like blood.
Blood?
Whoa.
That's right.
Interesting.
No. Thanks for your help, Andre.
You're welcome.
Okay, that's why I talked to Andre, because now we have another spot we have to go to in Paris. Okay, that's why. Nope, second go to Spain. They still want me to look. They want me to check this out, don't they? Yep, so I have bomb filament. Yeah, they want me to do this first, then I can go to Spain. Oh joy! All right, all right. So next mission, statue hunting. All right, so let's see what we gotta do next here.
Hey, you! Get away from my dumpster.
Okay.
Okay, I guess you only can't get in the dumpster. What's up?
Excuse me, could you help me?
What is it?
I've got a few questions. You're doing a fine job.
Merci. I have my professional pride.
I don't think I've ever seen a Gauloise smoke so stylishly.
It's a natural talent.
I'm being sarcastic.
I'm being indifferent.
You're very good at that as well.
Merci. Vive l'indifférence.
I love this guy already.
So, what are you doing here?
I am having my break.
Yeah, I mean, when you finish your break.
Oh, when I finish my break, an interesting concept, monsieur.
You'll probably need to think about it.
I could have another cigarette while I consider. Perhaps tomorrow too.
Okay, let me put things differently. What were you hired to do here?
I was hired to keep the archaeological dig in the basement of this building clear of debris and to touch up damage to the door frames with my little pot of paint. It's a very responsible job. Unfortunately, I'm not a very responsible person.
So what do you know about the excavation?
I know they won't let me in to do my job. I would complain to my union, but là...
You couldn't be bothered to join.
Right. Tell you what, though, I'm surprised at the sort of people interested in this excavation.
Uh-oh.
What's unusual about the visitors to the excavation?
None of them look like archaeologists to me.
Do you know what an archaeologist looks like?
Three-piece suits, crocodile-eyed attaché cases, Rolex oyster.
But no archaeologist dresses like that.
Quite right, monsieur, quite right.
So, who are they?
Who cares as long as they pay me?
What does the word Templar suggest to you?
Templar?
Nothing.
Nothing.
I love this guy.
I was pretty sure the shaken shock had shot its bolt in Syria. That is not a good idea.
Okay.
Have you ever seen anything like this?
Yes, it's a communion chalice. I know, you know, I used to be an altar boy.
You?
Yes, me. What's so funny about that?
Nothing.
A greasy tissue. Don't get it too close to my cigarette, monsieur, or there'll be a conflagration.
Has a guy calling himself Merlin been nosing around?
Was he wearing a t-shirt with "My name is Merlin" on it?
I doubt it.
Then how the hell am I supposed to know his name just by looking at him? Huh?
Well, damn.
Have you seen this man before?
Yes, he asked me a lot of questions, just like you.
Ah, so he was Con was here.
I have some plaster of Paris.
Amazing.
I've got a sewer key.
I used to work in the sewer.
Oh? What happened?
I had a cigarette break in a pocket of methane. A manhole cover landed on the other side of the Seine and I was sacked.
Well, damn.
Be seeing you.
Au revoir, monsieur. Hey, monsieur! Get away from my paint pot!
Okay.
I should think so. Meddling with a man's paint pot. Puh.
Okay, so looks like I need this guy to get out the way, apparently. So let's go inside. And we have another guard. Big surprise. Stick around here.
The doorway led to an old utility closet that had lost its door. There was nothing interesting in there.
Okay, then there.
I couldn't imagine what I'd achieved by turning the dial. A thermostat was mounted over a radiator. The radiator was pumping out heat as the thermostat was cranked right over to full. No wonder it was warm in here, even with the door open to the chill of fall. There was a closed door with toilet scratched into the cheap veneer.
That door is locked, monsieur.
Do you mind if I use the phone?
Be my guest. I'm paid to guard this door. The phone can look after itself.
Hi, Nico?
Georges, what have you discovered?
Nothing yet.
Nothing. Is something wrong?
No.
Georges, why are you calling me?
Oh, no reason. I just wanted to hear your voice.
You did. Well, this is my voice saying, don't bother me, I'm busy.
Oh.
Ouch. Okay.
Hi? Excuse me?
Oui?
Alright, let's chat.
So, what exactly are you doing here?
I'm guarding. You expect to find me shearing sheep?
Take it easy. I just didn't realize you were a guard. I'd like to know what you're guarding, please.
That's a secret.
It wouldn't happen to be an archaeological site, would it?
Are you asking me or telling me?
I'm telling you.
Then why ask?
I had a feeling this was no normal hole in the ground. I'd like to use the washroom, but the door's locked.
Oh, that's no problem. You can have the key.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Hi again.
What is it?
It sure is hot in here.
I have to have the door open to allow the workmen access, so why not? I turn the heat up.
You could wrap up warm.
I have my gloves if it gets cold, but why bother when it's warm anyway?
What do you know about the Knights Templar? There was a long pause during which the guard said nothing. Then he said,
Nothing.
nothing at all?
Is this a test?
What, like a history pop test?
No, like a test.
Okay, yes, it's a test.
Then I know absolutely nothing about the Templars.
The guard was being amazingly evasive. It was going to take more than goodwill to get past him.
Interesting.
I got this plaster from Ireland.
Not an exciting souvenir.
Have you seen this man before?
Oh,
You have.
no.
He's hiding something.
No. Look, a tissue stained with grease paint.
Ah, just what I've always wanted. If you give me that, you can enter through the door.
Really?
Of course not. What would I want with an old key?
That...
Okay.
This gadget is a sewer key.
So it is.
I thought better of showing him the chalice. He might be on the conspiracy's payroll, and I didn't want to risk it.
Oui? You have...
A sudden urge to sing. Care to join me?
No, no singing in here.
Do you recognize this name?
Merlin. No.
Okay, yeah, he's
Talk to
definitely
you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
he's definitely working with them. Alright, so let's go into the bathroom here. Oh my. Alright, let's see what we can work with here.
I wasn't about to wash my hands in this place, so I didn't need to dry them. The taps were rusty. Oh boy! The cold tap's washer looked to have failed. It was just dribbling down the sink. On the wall was an automatic hand dryer. Perhaps I could make a copy of the key. The key had made a clear imprint in the soap. The bar of soap had the imprint of a key in it.
I guess what we got some plaster.
I knew keeping that plaster was a good idea.
Nice. Fuck yeah.
With the plaster and the imprint, I was on the right lines. I had filled the key's imprint in the soap with dry plaster.
And now we need to...
You can't make a cast without wetting the plaster.
We've been through this before.
But wet plaster alone does not make a cast.
So now use the dryer.
I used the dryer to speed up the process. Well, it had taken a while, But I had made myself a completely unconvincing plaster key. Way too fragile to use in a lock. I'd have to substitute it for the real one. Trouble was, it looked like plaster and not metal. Then again, that plaster statue in Syria hadn't looked like stone until I'd been a bit artful with it. Maybe I could improve the key as well.
Thanks for the hint, game.
Maybe not.
Oh. I guess I have to do something else.
I didn't want any coal. The thing felt really hot. Big demands seemed to be being made on it. Being in a charming comfort station like this made me think fondly of the toilet in Syria. That place was kept in pretty good order. At least, it had been until I vandalized it. Still, it was all for a good cause. I didn't need to use the soap again. I wasn't about to wash my...
So I need to be artsy with this key.
It was my plaster copy of the excavation key. Trouble was, it looked like plaster, and it felt like plaster.
What can we do to make it look nicer? I feel like we have to use the coal here.
I didn't want... The thing felt really...
Nope. Oh, the paint outside. Right. The paint.